Hi guys, this is the Python series part 18. Now we will discuss about the functions. What is function? Function is a group of related statements that performs a specific task. For example, addition of two numbers. Okay, so this is my task. So how many statements we have to write to find the addition of two numbers? 3 or 4 statements we need. Okay, so these 3 statements are grouped together. Adding two numbers, we will get the result. What is the advantage of function? Code reusability. There is no need to write the same code again and again for different inputs. What are the types of functions? The first one is built-in function. The second one is user-defined function. Okay, already we have seen so many built-in functions like a print function, type of function, input function. These are all the inbuilt functions. User-defined function, this is the second category of function. So the name itself, we know the meaning. These functions will be created by the user only, the programmer only. Okay, so now we will discuss about the user-defined functions. How to create the user-defined functions. Okay, if we want to create any user-defined functions means we need to create 2 parts. First part is the definition part. The second part is the call statement. Okay, so how to create the definition part? This is the syntax to create the definition part of the function. Okay, def is the keyword and the name of the function. Inside the round brackets, we pass the parameters. This is the optional one. Parameters or arguments. Okay, and here colon and here this is the indentation. We know already indentation is used to indicate the block of the code. So in other programming languages like C, C++, Java, we have used the curly braces to indicate the block of code. But in Python, we have to use the indentation to indicate the block of code. Okay, the next part is the call statement. So call statement syntax is the name of the function and inside the round brackets we pass the parameters. Parameters is the optional. So if we want to create any user-defined functions, we need to create 2 parts. The first part is the definition part and the second part is the call statement. Okay. Next, what is arguments or parameters? Information can be passed into functions as arguments. Okay. If we want to pass any information to the function, we can use this type of arguments. Okay, arguments is also known as the parameters. Got it? Arguments are specified after the function name inside the parenthesis. Okay, we can add as many arguments as we want. No restrictions. Okay, just to separate them with a comma, that's it. What are the types of the functions based upon the arguments and return values? Function with no argument and no return value, function with argument and no return value, function with no argument and with return value, function with argument and with return value. We will discuss one by one. Here in this example, I have used the return keyword but I didn't pass any arguments. So what type is this? Function without argument but with return type. Okay, and here def is the keyword and this is the name of the method. We already discussed if we want to create any user-defined function means we need to create 2 parts. First one the definition part and the second one the call statement. Okay, so what is the syntax to create the function definition? Def keyword followed by the name of the function and followed by the parenthesis. Here there is no argument. Okay, and this is the block of this add function. This is my function name. Actually, the task is what? Adding x and y. And the added value will be returned with the help of this return keyword. Okay, so here I have initialized x value as 100 and y value as 200. And here I have used the arithmetic operator to add the x and y value and assignment operator to store the value inside the z variable. And return keyword I have used. This is used to return the value. Okay. And here we have the simple output statement. Okay. And this is the output statement, and this is what? The call statement. This is the second part of the function. Okay, this is the definition part and this is the call statement. Okay, after encounter this line, the control jumps from this call statement to the definition part. So this is the function call statement. This is the function definition part. Okay, so what happens here? We have 4 statements. Okay, and it returns the added value, that is 300. So what the control will do? The control carries 200 and jumps from the 6th line to the 8th line, and that 300 will be printed on our console. Got it? Let me execute this one. Here OK is printed and addition of 2 numbers and 300 is printed. So what type is this? This is the function without argument and with return. Okay, and the second one. Here I have created 2 parts. The first part is the definition part and the second part is what? The call statement. We can use number of call statements for the same definition part for different inputs. So this is the advantage of the function. There is no need to write again and again the same code for different inputs. Okay, so this is the main advantage. Code is reused here. Okay, so actually here we have 2 call statements, but we have only a single definition part. If I want to create 3 or 5 or 10 call statements for different inputs, we can use the same definition part for addition of 2 numbers. Okay, so this is the usage of function. That is what? Code reusability. Okay, this is the main advantage. Got it? Okay, here we have the arguments. This is called the arguments. Arguments is also known as the parameters. So this is the information. Now only we have discussed what is the argument means. Information to the function definition part. So this information is coming from where? From the call statement. Okay, and here I have initialized x value is A and y value is B and Z is equal to adding these x and y value and return the added value Z to the 12th statement. Okay, that value will be printed on our console. And here the same I have passed the different inputs x1 and y1. That value will be carried by the control and jumps to the same definition part. Okay, but this is the different inputs. Now the values of x and y are different. Okay, that value will be added and that value will be returned to the call statement again. So here the same call statement but the inputs only different. Okay, that added value will be printed on our console. Now let me execute this one. Enter A value. So this one, this is the output for this statement. You know, input method is used to get the value from the user during the execution of the program. This is the inbuilt method. Okay, but this is the user defined method. This method is created by me. Okay, but this is the inbuilt method and this is also the inbuilt method int. Okay, we know input method always returns the string data type value. So that value will be converted into integer. The converted integer value only will be stored inside the x variable. Okay, so this process is called the typecasting. Already discussed about these things. Okay, now I give 60 and this is the output statement for the 8th one. So B value is 45 and A value 10th statement output. Now 100 and this statement is output for this one. y1 value 200. Okay, now I press the enter key. Here addition of two numbers, this is the output statement. Here x and y is carried by the control from this call statement to this definition part. Okay, x and y value 60 and 45, and that value will be carried by the control jumps from 12th line to the second line. 60 is stored inside the a variable and 45 is stored inside the b variable, and that value will be stored inside the x and y respectively. Now the value of x is 60, value of y is 45. Okay, so after the addition of these x and y values will be stored inside the z variable. Now the value of z is 60 plus 45, 105. So that value will be returned to the 12th statement. That's why we got this output 105. And here we have one more call statement, but the inputs are different. So 100 is stored inside the x1 and 200 is stored inside the y1. And again the control carries these values from 13 to second statement. Here a value is 100, b value is 200. After the execution of all the statements, here the value 300 is returned, and here that value will be printed. That's why we got this result. Got it? Okay. The next session we will discuss about the function with argument and without return, and function without argument and without return. Okay, I hope you all understood about the function without argument and with return type, and the function with argument and with return type. We have completed this session. If you have any doubts, drop the message on the comment section. If this video is useful to you, like and share. For more videos, subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, then only you will get the notification for my new updates. Have a nice day. Thank you.